Welcome to this session with ScanPlant. My name is Stuart McBride. In this session, we're going to have focus on our ScanPlant manufacturing execution for the back end of the factory, for the mobility for logistics area. So here we are having focus on finished goods, when we have finished goods that are already packed, labeled, palletized, how we get them shipped out the door or actually through a warehouse management system, at the same time covering all of the traceability details and ensuring at the end we know what we've shipped, and we are electronically integrated and automatically providing shipping documents as well as proof of shipment and invoicing to end customers. So in this session, I want to relate to a specific project that we've been working on with a customer where we feel we really significantly helped them made fantastic savings. And it all boils down to the fact that in the past, when we have been meeting customers for project startups in this area, there has often been a great focus about getting raw material into the factory and as much of it as humanly possible in order to create as many food products as possible, because yeah, that's always been their focus. Today, this tide is turning, and due to our ever-growing population and more of us moving to larger towns and cities, the way we are purchasing food is changing. So we see that with food processors today, the distribution of these products at the back end of these factories has got more and more focus, and it's extremely important that that area is streamlined and they know exactly what they're doing. So there is no doubt that the tide is turning here, and it's becoming increasingly important to ensure that the distribution of these products is at the forefront of food processors' performance monitoring. That's to put it in a nutshell. Yeah. So as I started by saying here, we have a product that we call ScanPlant Mobility. We install it built into our platform, but it is connected to such handheld devices here, or it may even be installed on a truck for operators for their picking processes from warehouse. So again, we have finished products that are packed, labeled, palletized, either goes through a warehouse, or they might go directly and be shipped out right away. In this project that I want to relate to, it involved living up to the extreme demands and expectations of delivery to a larger supermarket chain. And this means that at certain times of the day, trucks will come to this facility to collect shipments. And these shipments must be created, they must be ready just in time, they must be labeled, they must have the right products, of course, because there's a contract behind this. And if this is not lived up to, then unfortunately, we will be talking about perhaps getting a fine, getting the products not picked up, or actually maybe having them returned again, and all of the implications and the cost that involves is extremely important that we counteract this. So by utilizing our ScanPlant platform, operators in this area could take care of these demands with clear and concise instructions that appear right up in the face. That helps them a lot, and means that they don't have to be concentrating on too much. All they have to do is look at a screen to get the instruction about what they have to pick, what they have to do in relationship to what orders. So this means that they can take care of their duties actually with precision and efficiency. That is what it's all about. To dive a little bit more into the challenges that we see, And what this customer actually wanted us to do, we had to reduce wasted time by almost 1,300 hours a year, because we did a calculation that this could save them significantly in their processing. So to start with, before we started, they had a large stocking area where they stocked up, where they had very little control, should we say, limited control about exactly what they put into the stock, when it was put in, if there was any constraints on the product. Some of the product maybe over time got forgot about. When they went to pick orders, it was difficult to find the right products, so there was mistakes made. When they actually built their shipments to get them out to certain customers before their supermarket contract came in place, they often made mistakes. They sent the wrong products to the wrong customers. They got it back. They had to break it all up again. They had to rework it. It was extremely ineffective. So this was the goal that we had set ourselves. And in this process, then we had to really get into the process and look closer how we could understand it and how we could change it around. So after an analysis and a specification design, we had pinpointed these data collection points where you see our ScanPlant across the process here, from finished goods are labeled and they come to the warehousing area. And already at this area, we involve our ScanPlant office part, where we integrate to ERP system, typically where we can see which pallets are needed for which orders for that day. So already here, we can define if they are going to a warehouse for finished stocks, or if they are going directly out of the door or being prepared in one of the shipments for the trucks that are on their way. So this was very much the process across in agreement with the customer. And the huge part of this is that it can be a very complex process. And one of our main reasons for success here was the great working relationship we had with the customer's project team. We were able to take ownership of their process, and they had the willingness to strive for change. And of course, this gave huge improvements. So here's how we actually did it. You could say, firstly, our platform is secure, and so it has an operator individual logon methods. So we know exactly which transactions are carried out in the system at any given time and by who. And when we're dealing with finished goods, we had a great focus on the warehouse management aspects, and we used the ScanPlant platform to ensure that we know exactly which pallets are on which locations in the warehouse. So each of the warehouse locations is signed up with a specific barcode and a location number. And so when we place pallets on specific locations, we know exactly what it is and where it is. And all of this information, again, is integrated to the customer's ERP system, which means that the financial department in the company is always aware in real time of exactly which products are in the stock and which products are going out of the stock. So there is a good overview about the stock holdings and the capital within the corporation. So we assisted them also in initiating a much more accurate way of doing stock taking, which limited significantly the time this took and the number of operators that actually took part in this stock taking. We also assisted in creating the building of the shipments process. So as shipments were built up in relation to the exact timing of the supermarket trucks, they were already in place in good time. And this helped us achieve this just-in-time delivery, as we call it. The final piece of the effectiveness was to ensure that they could load the trucks and ensure that we got a proof of delivery. and again by data exchange with all relevant information, which was created by electronically data integration to the ERP system. This automatically creates final goods documents and initiates the ERP system to send shipping confirmation and invoicing to the receivers. So a lot of this work was already done up front beforehand, whereas before we had many people involved. So we had created a huge increase in their savings. And this is what made it very exciting. So the realized savings was that they had 5 people to pick over 500 pallets every day. And the amount of time that this took them, we reduced it significantly. We reduced significantly the number of people, and this, of course, was a huge cut in salary performance, and the time that it saved was quite incredible to have this, the documents being created automatically, and there was no paper involved, of course. So there was huge savings, as you can see here. We are very, very satisfied with these numbers. In the actual stock and the shipping area, again, reduced significant amount of hours by key workers. I'm sure you agree the numbers shown here are quite significant. And again, this was based on 258 production days a year. So you must have these robust software systems in place to take care here. It was important, to put measurable improvements. This high delivery reliability was crucial for their supermarket contract to remain in place. If they could not live up to this, they would lose it. And I think the worry was that it would actually crush the business totally. So there was many other measurable improvements that we saw regarding the actual finished products relating to giveaway and the elimination of picking the wrong products and so on. So much more control over stock, much more control with the data from the stock that went to their ERP system. And it wasn't only just about raw materials, it was also about packaging material and other ingredients that was taken in. Everything was tracked and traced. So we also had the full traceability reports that is mentioned here. We were continuing on this product, on this project. We will be enhancing the traceability, especially regarding the documentation for the quality audits and the recall tests they get by auditors when they visit. During the next year or so, we intend to initiate ScanPlant quality control, where we'll be implementing what we call our QPS, quality process system module, for measuring all the quality control aspects within the organization, where we record HACCP details and our documentation for our deviation handling, etc. At the moment, we are not capturing the data about how many people are working on specific orders, and the job registration is named here. This is an area, but again, we expect to improve this by just under 5%, depending on exactly how many people we have. But we have many ways where we can enhance the gains by implementing our software platform in the factory. And we are very proud of this project. So if you want to know more about the ScanPlant system and the back-end logistics, specifically this mobility module that we are deploying for our customers, please come and contact us through our website. You're welcome to contact me, Stuart McBride, or one of the other members of our team. Until then, take care. Thank you.